Today's Captain's Blog is a special birthday edition for Daniel D. Jager. Thank you, sir, and happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Danichi.
Happy birthday, Daniel D. Jager.
Happy birthday, Daniel.
Happy birthday, Daniel.
Happy birthday, Danichi.
Happy birthday, Danichi.
Happy birthday, Daniel.
Happy birthday, Danichi. Happy birthday, Danichi.
You alright, Stephen?
When you're ready, Jack.
I'm used to a very specific balance.
What the fuck did you... The thing's like out 6 feet over here.
What?
The thing you just twisted with your hand.
Yeah, we
See how the washers?
We put a longer thing on it because otherwise you have to do this every time you want to use it with this camera.
Oh.
Whereas with the long one, you can just continuously. I wasn't sure if it was going to fall off or not.
And this is how Mr. This is how Mr. Bellatini broke his $7,000 camera by twisting a knob.
Still won't be the most expensive thing someone's just broken around here.
Yeah, there is that.
I broke the entire wing.
Are you good, Stephen?
Yes, the camera is balanced now.
It's as good as he's going to get without some serious therapy, but we got CRISPR now, so I got to hope.
I don't think they'll start.
Exciting technology.
I think so. Finally, I don't
I was not being sarcastic.
We really want the Bitcoin shirt?
I've been wearing this all day, and now you're like, it was way better than the other one I was wearing. That was inappropriate.
Was it the autistic kids one?
I've actually got complaints about that.
I believe it.
If you're trying to advertise, I guess I can't stop you.
I'm not trying to advertise anything, I just like the shirt. It's hot out, I just wore a basic t-shirt. Do you want me to go get prettied up? Do you care that much?
Can you?
Damn.
This is what it's like, it's an abusive work environment. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
I learned it watching you.
You do the whole thing on the overhead camera and I can just like get my fucking dome in there.
You can point with that nose.
I know, isn't it? What's freaking me out is my head's straight ahead. Look where my nose is pointing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a little bit of a list of starboard there.
What's the Lord of the Rings say? Look east towards the sun or something on the 5th day.
No, quite literally, my nose is heading south.
You look so much more bold from a top-down view.
I look like a fucking toucan from above. The crooked toucan, that's gonna be the name of my gay bar. Yeah, it's weird. See, you don't have it so bad because you're off at the nose angle. But like you look at it straight down and like, my nose is pointing here. Like that's the vector.
Well,
Yeah.
it piss less people off.
I got a face for punching, man.
You're the one who keeps going on.
I mean, hey, we got all this on camera. This can be a video.
This right here, this is your super secret Patreon content. Hi there, guys. Where am I looking? Him.
At the
I
one
got like
camera.
8 cameras pointing
How
at me
many
right
years
now.
have we been in this?
Mark!
Fuck you. Fuck all of you. There.
And you're gonna eat it.
No, I don't do that with eyelashes.
Eat
only
your
burgers.
face candy.
It's better than walking. Typewriter. Shut the fuck up! God! We do a lot of these, okay?
Just remember you.
It's on a big screen right there.
Do you even remember that there's Boden points? Like,
This bullet. Yeah, I got like 3. Thanks for that. Appreciate it.
well, that's what you get for being.
He does a dinosaur video. He gets like 8 cards. I get 1 fucking whiteboard.
I write
with
them
3.
myself. Is why
yeah.
I get 8 cards.
Yeah.
Well, that and he knows what he wants. Where it's like, oh, put important numbers down.
I'm just like, put down the dates and the numbers. That's the shit that, because that's the stuff that I get wrong and people bitch about. So like, dates and numbers is good. Do dates and numbers.
should probably turn my radio back up.
He walks with all the grace of pregnant water buffalo. Just calm. There's a microphone right here.
Yeah.
Is it on the live stream?
I assume. That is an Ed question.
That's not good. Hi there, guys. I'm Chris Boden. Welcome to the Geek Group. You ready?
Now I am.
Is that comfortable?
No.
What are you standing on?
A stool.
That's gotta suck when I do this for like an hour. Do you want like a stool or something?
This is a stool.
No, like one to sit upon.
You can't see what he's doing then.
It'd have to be a really
It has to be this tall because
sitting
your
stool.
ass had to buy this table, which is super freaking tall, already a foot off the ground, because the set is.
I don't think it's moving.
It's moving slightly. It's just really slow because it's made to hold, 400-pound man at max.
It's kind of cool like that.
Actually, I don't think this is the one they use for the fatties. Mark.
Hi there, guys. I'm Chris Boden, and welcome to the Geek Group. We're here today for an equipment autopsy of an IBM correcting Selectric 3. The sexiest thing the 80s had to offer from IBM. So this is just a giant tank of a typewriter, and I'm kind of excited about it. We did the daisy wheel thing. Now we're doing the ball. Because I mentioned this. Is there an on switch? Crank, perhaps? Ooh. Oh, that can't be good. Alright, well, it's not going to power. Oh! There's an on switch there. Hello, computer. Oh, you get that right out of the way to start. Screwdrivers are in the second drawer. I gotta work on that. Start by taking off the hood. So we explored the daisy wheel printer, and back when we did that, I said, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we did the ball, the type ball? Yeah, we don't need that. And we got a type ball. In fact, I have a type ball right here. There's the type ball. This is Prestige Elite 96. 12 point, I think, because there's a 12. But that little tiny ball holds all of the characters. This is a really big deal. And the reason why is in doing that, in having that, it let things happen with a typewriter that weren't possible before that. Because you don't have all the levers with individual characters on them, everything's on the ball. So this means the levers can't jam up, because if you try and send 2 levers down at once, they jam up. We should do a regular typewriter and talk about that. That'd be kind of cool. Another big thing that happens with this is with an old style typewriter, as you type, the carriage goes way out and back. And way out and back, right? So you can't have anything on your desk here because it'll knock it over. This is a big deal that everything is contained inside this. It was such a big deal that when they first started selling these, they expected to sell like 50, maybe 60 in a month. They sold 500 to 600 a month. It was insane. The IBM Selectric absolutely revolutionized the whole concept of typewriters, and they became just ubiquitous. And this started back in the 60s. Now this machine, because it has the correcting ribbon here, so you can erase mistakes, another really big deal. We know that this one was made after the early 70s. I think this came out in like 1973. And because this is a Selectric 3, that tells me it's the last generation of them, so this one probably came from the 80s at some point. So that gives us a rough idea of the date time. I'm going to try taking some things out. We've got the ball, which is the holy grail of the machine. This is the awesomeness. I'm going to set that aside over there. We'll keep it And we'll try and take the ribbon out. I've never done this before, but I am totally a trained professional. And really, how hard can it be? What am I going to do? Break it? No. That moves that. You get half of it. Can I have the other half? It'd be pretty cool if I had like the whole thing. Somewhere there's a 60-year-old woman who's done this 10 million times. Professional typist, and she's mocking me so hard. Oh, that did that. You gotta come out. Unhook there. Unhook there. Ah! My tape's all messed up. How will I fix this? Whatever can. Oh, that's stuck into the thing. Watch. You can see 3 rows of writing on there. In fact, it is possible to go backwards through a typewriter ribbon, to like take one out of the trash and use it for gathering intelligence data by going through the used part of the ribbon and recompiling all the information at this time. I don't know how well that would work on here because you've got the 3 layers of stuff, but I'm sure somebody can do it. Those guys at the NSA, lots of money, infinite resources, lots of free time. But this is our ribbon, which is just a supply reel, a take-up reel, and it's got the little thing here so you can fast forward some stuff. And we've got the correction ribbon here, which is not going to come out so easily, but let's see what we can do. Okay, that's just a friction fit. Here's our take-up side. We can see what they screwed up typing. All of your mistakes saved forever. Kind of like YouTube. Now we're into the mechanism of it, and this is insane. Can you zoom like way the fuck in? Are you having a little camera seizure over there?
No,
Okay.
I'm ready to.
No, back up. About there, right there. That's good. Are you focused?
It looks like it.
You're not out of focus?
As well as it could be.
Is that one on manual?
Yeah, because I'm
This
stupid.
bottle freaks out a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, it has to be though, because if your finger comes in, it throws it out of whack.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, wow, this is going to take a minute. So I really wish this worked. I've been trying to see if I could find something that was making it angry so that we could make it work. Because man, wouldn't it be cool if we could fire this up and show stuff moving around. Now I found some latches there. That's how I moved that, but maybe I just got to take those off too. Alright, well, let's see if we can take those off. That's a Allen head. And I've got some pretty tiny Allen heads over here. Oh, that's not. Maybe. Oh, I think I got it. What do I have? That'll kind of work. This is a little tricky because my bit is too short for this particular tool, so it's kind of. Oh no, cool. All right, I got this. Okay, take that out, and then we'll do this side. couple little grub screws there. That comes off. What is that? Oh, oh yeah. Oh, that gummy stuff, probably not supposed to. Where are you? Alright, now we're down to, hey, there's a bell! No. Shut up, I like simple pleasures. Alright, so, we're all gunged up. There's a motor somewhere that may not be spinning and wants to. Hey, big motor in the back! Okay. Oh, oh, oh! I'm pretty sure the motor's not supposed to do that. Oh, this is cool. So, a lot of the keys are stuck down. Woo-hoo! I really have all the makings for a Kraftwerk album happening here. See, there's this foam, this stuff, this old open cell foam, and you can see it's just rotting away. And that's gummed everything all up.
Can you hold up another piece for Stephen, please?
So there's this foam down here under the keys. It looks like this. And if you've ever dealt with rotten speaker surround rings, it's the same kind of thing. It's all just greasy and crumbly, and it's under the keys here. I'm guessing it's like a dust collecting layer. And it's got everything all gunged up. So like, if I push a key down, it just hangs. Like these, it's all just mush. But I got the motor moving, the motor was all gummed up. So that's something. And it just sounds like a printing press. Alright. I'm going to try. Let's pop the keys off and see if that helps. I'm going to do all of this while it's running as long as possible. It doesn't ding. I want the ding. It also doesn't return the carriage that it's supposed to. I want that. So it makes it ding. Dings when that gets hit.
Thomas, are you hearing any weird rubbing noises or that as he does this?
What do you mean?
Is there just any noise from the mic rubbing his neck?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No? Well, that's kind of depressing.
Then go ahead, Chris.
Okay.
Nope, Steven.
Ah! Stop that.
If I wanted you to listen, Steven, I would have asked.
Okay. So the keys on this do not come off like a regular modern day keyboard. These are on here substantially. Now we go top in. We'll just end up at the keyboard. I don't think I'm going to be able to get this. I can't do that. I don't think I'm going to be able to get this to just where I can make it tight. I think it would require somebody who's much more knowledgeable of the mechanism than I am, and who has a lot more time to put into this than I do. and it's not a worthwhile artifact to do that level of effort to. It's cool, but it ain't that cool. Also, it's really easy to find these because they made a bajillion of them. But if you've got a kid who's into taking stuff apart, I totally suggest hitting a Salvation Army and getting one of these, because man, they're full of parts. I'm going to go in and end. This is like sewing machine levels of precision and stuff. There's a lot going on. Thank you. This is one of those, let's see if the guy loses a finger before we're done. No rust on this anywhere. It's very well made and very well taken care of. Our compression cylinder, I guess. Motor's doing better and better the longer it runs. What holds you in there?
I'm getting some rubbing now from your mic.
You were before, you just didn't notice it till she mentioned it. Now it's a problem. Now it's a whole thing.
Let's not dwell on it.
Oh, didn't need that. Obviously.
I take it you're going to do the comparison to the daisy wheel more at the end when you
Yeah.
see the mechanism.
And now while we wait, let's take a moment and realize the fact that you celebrate the day of your birth every year. They throw parties for it. But the day of your death passes by unnoticed every year. And that's the one that's going to stick with you longer.
Depends on your definition of you.
Steve, can you go get him a stool?
This guy?
Yes.
Oh, I'm fine.
Like one to stand on or one to sit on?
Sit.
No. It's not there anymore.
Let's go get the one from the lobby, please.
Ooh, I like those.
We are not back in yet, Chris.
Don't need to be. Just test it. Oh, God, yes. Thank you. Hey, Batman.
Yeah.
Hers like shit. The whole thing's built with this stuff. Yeah, squeeze that.
Yeah,
See how rotten it
yeah,
is.
that's-
It's just
that's-
that. So it's all rotten and gummed up everything. So
it's just not gonna move.
you press a key and it's just. Yeah.
Oh.
Where'd you get that?
The lobby.
Lobby.
Really?
That kind of stuff.
See, I didn't even hear the whole shoot yesterday.
Sit, boo boo. Sit.
That kind of stuff kept my old man in business. For me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the kind of thing I can see your dad fixing and having fun doing.
We're back in.
Alright. So now I have a pair of snap ring pliers. And I can take out all of the little bits that I couldn't get earlier. There's a couple on this side. Okay, I think I got all the ones on this side. And now we go to the other side. You'll come upon snap rings on a pretty regular basis. And they tend to be a bit of a pain to get off, and this is why. Sometimes you gotta get a bit behind them. Because I can't get into this snap ring enough. But just very gently get behind it and see if that. Oh, I got it moving now. Alright. So this is a snap ring. I'll hold it right there. This is a snap ring. And they work, the pliers for it actually work backwards. As I squeeze the pliers, they open it up like that. And these want to go flying off in random directions when removed. Now this whole thing should come out now. I'm lucky. Yeah. Alright, so we got another snap right here. All the rest are E-clips. That whole thing moves now. Okay, I'm going to unplug it at this point because now I'm getting into things that want to eat my fingers. I like having fingers. We're going to see if we can get the whole carriage assembly right out of it. Almost got it.
Looks like underneath on the other end it's on a pin.
So when I put my arm over this, that motor's hot. Like there's heat coming off. Oh, another circlip. This one. That might be the one part. Ah, yeah. Okay. Now that's moving, and we're hung up by one thing. I did that. Okay, so there's basically our registration table. parts of this because they haven't moved in forever, and you move it the first time, it's like, and then you get, okay, well, that's free and easy now. I think the biggest enemy of like what killed this old machine is simply time and sitting still. Lack of use. This is the process part. So get those out. Take that out. I should be able to lift that right through. There's that neat bar. Look at that. So this just looks like a simple bar with some pins on it, but realize all of these move individually. So this bar is an assembly of a lot of parts. I'm going to see if I can get it over. Take that off. So here, we've got one part there, the clip, the nut, the bracket, there's a grub screw here. So there's 3 parts in my hand plus the clip. And we've got this. I think. Nothing's running away on me. I think this shaft is pressed together. I'm trying not to smack it too hard. That should be more substantial. This is totally safe. Yeah, it's moving pretty easily. It's just really hard to balance the 3 different things I've got to hold here to do this. Oh, you just gotta go like another. Oh, no, I got one. There we go. All right. Right here, this just came out of there. You can see that is the end piece of all the little widgy bits in here. I might be able to get them out. Yeah, I got a few. Here, look, you can see them. There's the end piece, and that's what the center ones look like. Those are all individual stamped parts. And there's a lot of them in there. To get them all out, you'd have to drive that whole pin out of the inside. I think the pin's what keeps them in. Yeah. So that's a whole, there's, I don't know, 50 or 60 of these, maybe more, plus the plastic tips, plus the shaft. The shaft is all precision cut. Look at that. How'd they do that? Bandsaw, wire EDM? Just the effort that went into manufacturing this is amazing. This is a neat machine. Some of you might think, don't you feel bad taking it apart? Not even a little bit. It's still apart, so it's fun. It's neat. And one of these springs will probably end up fixing a carburetor on some kid's motorcycle. because all the parts here will end up in stock here at the lab. Another complicated stamp part. This has a pin switched into it. So it's built on a big solid base. This is cast. Let's try and take it out of its housing a bit. Maybe I can get into there. Stuck on that.
Obviously, we didn't need that.
What's holding you? There. This side moved. So here's up from below. That's kind of a cool shot. A lot of mechanism bits. This is the matrix. And just like pretty much any other typewriter, you can see there's this really intricate, complicated matrix of levers. It's all levers for each key press. These, I think, here are perhaps, because they look like springs, they're that blued steel. I think those might be the key return springs. Let's get in and have a look. Everything up here is covered in just schmoo. Well, they're jumping out like springs. And there's layers of them. So that's neat. That's a spring, and they're very soft, very light springs. So I think that's why the keys aren't going back up, because this is all the force there is to push them back, and they're fighting a very heavy layer of garbage. Just old sticky oil and all of that foam junk. If you took this whole thing and just soaked it in like kerosene for a month, it might live again. Some serious gears. And a really nice assembly form. These are all on the main drive side over here. And I want to get, I wonder what happens now if we plug it in. Well, you can see things happening in there now. You can see the motor turning a drive belt here. check that out. What I'd like to do is figure out how to make something over here work, because there's a differential. I don't know if you can see it. It's buried down in there, but there's a whole differential set up. Okay, fingers back in. What screws can I get out on over here? Once I tear into the key matrix, it's gonna get a little nuts. It's so slimy. Got way more parts happening than I got trays to hold them. I just keep picking off parts one by one as I can figure them out. This is a real dig in, take your time kind of autopsy. Because there's a lot to this. This thing really wants to fling a couple little springs at me over here. I don't really know what it's thinking. Oh, hey. Got it! Ah, I didn't have to eat a spring to do that. Okay, that's good. Now there's a cool spring. Check that out. That's a neat design. That's pretty useful for a lot of other things.
Like what?
You could use that for a lot of little stuff with like an idler wheel or something like that. And this one's a good example too. Check this out. This is a pulley here that's on a piece of cable inside. It's like a plastic cable. It's kind of cool. I'll dig that out in a second. But this is on a little custom slider assembly. And it's got two big springs. Now the springs, when this was installed, were bent back on themselves like this, a big arch. It's really hard to do, but these were bent all the way over, and it was pushing this out, and that's how it was tensioning. I want to meet the engineer who came up with that system for designing that part, because whoever designed this part was a cool guy. What's this? What is this? I've got a little metal belt. Can also be referred to as a razor blade. Runs around on this little flat bottom pulley. It's really tiny, really sharp. Comes out this side over here. Just the engineering on this is like watchmaker levels of stuff. Look at you up. As we go past the uncomfortably warm motor. Oh, really? Alright, I gotta show you this. Let me pull this part out here. This is neat. This is neat. Alright. Look at this part. I've got a Z-bend on the end here. And I've got a clevis. And this clevis is a pin on one side. And there's a hole that goes all the way through. And this is a piece of just, it springs out a little bit, so you can loop it on the thing. Notice that this clevis can be adjusted. If I turn this shaft, it's threaded here, so you can adjust it for the length of the clevis. This exact setup, like exactly, with the Z-bend, the metal shaft, the thread. Today's Captain's Blog is a special birthday edition for Daniel D. Jager. Thank you, sir, and happy birthday.